All right, guys. So we have people to come and go from our life all the time. Friends, family members, coworkers, whatever. People we'll be close to. Sometimes we'll have a falling out with them. We'll have disagreements, and then we just think it's best not to deal with each other. Look at Paul and Barnabas. They had a falling out over Mark. Mark had left them in a different city. Didn't want to finish the job. Paul didn't want anything to do with him. Figured he's too immature. Like, look, we don't have time. We need to go on this mission trip without him. Well, Paul and Barnabas had such a falling out that they went their separate ways. Paul went one way, Barnabas took Mark and went another. Now we fast forward from Acts to 2 Timothy. But Paul is in prison. Several years have gone by now, and Paul's in prison, and he's asking for Mark to be sent to him because whatever it was that had transpired, that time had gone past. There was maturing, there was healing, and it was a time that Paul needed Mark. He said, "For he is useful to me." So for whatever was going on, Mark was now someone that could be used usefully in the ministry. That tells me that some of the useful ignorance, maybe laziness, whatever it was at the beginning, is gone. He'd grown and matured out of it. That's a great example for us. Just because someone leaves our life doesn't mean it's permanent. Sometimes it is. Sometimes people leave our life and we never see them again. And that they were here to serve a purpose. If you read through the Bible, different relationships with people, you'll see that that's the case. The Apostle Paul, when he first went from Saul to Paul, and he spent some time with Priscilla and Aquila. And they were mentoring him, they're discipling, they're teaching about the church and the teachings of Christ. And there comes a point where they are no longer heard of in Scripture again. That was a temporary relationship between Paul and them to get Paul ready for his ministry. Some people are there to sharpen us, to get us ready. And when that time is done, we need to be severed from them for us to go on and step into our calling, our destiny, what we're supposed to do. If we stay attached to them out of some sense of loyalty, or we just can't stand the fact that we might not see them again, we may lose what we're called to do. So keep that in mind. Take that to heart. Everybody serves a purpose in our life for one reason or another. And sometimes we have to cut those relationships ourselves, and sometimes they'll naturally die off. But it's okay. It's an evolution of things. Go ahead and grieve it, but move on for it. There's a precedence in the Bible for it.